welcome to this sacred corner of calm. You've made it here, and I am so grateful that you're sharing this moment with me. So take a deep breath in and let it out slowly. As you settle into this moment, allow your eyes to rest gently on any on the wax melt to the side of the screen and watch the colors as they effortlessly melt into one another. As your invitation to let go, unwind, and to simply be. So, realize now that you are safe, you are calm, and you are exactly where you need to be. So, today's whole reading is based off of the title, Your Haters Hate to Watch This Glow Up. I believe I named it. But I was definitely getting this energy. I don't do readings basically on this subject all of the time. Like, I give less than, a little. I give absolutely no personal attention to haters, but I have been feeling this energy, and I'll tell you why. So there is you are the type of person, I'm getting this energy, go with me. You're like the type of person who actually, so everybody has like some New Year's Eve resolutions, right? But this year you are the one who decided that I am going to be open. I am going to continue on this journey. I'm not going to have it be, a January thing and then fall off like everyone else. So, because you have done this, because you have made a commitment, and because you made your commitment to yourself the highest of priorities for you, there is now a jealousy, like, even just doing better for yourself is something that people are being jealous over. So that is the energy that you're dealing with at the bottom of the deck here. We have the ace, we have the five of pentacles. I don't know why I said ace, but the five of pentacles. Pentacles is about the material world, about your stability and your security. So these haters are hating so bad that they want, your security, your stability in the material world, your home, your cars, something of that nature. They're trying to touch that, or just not even touch it, because they may, they don't have the power to, physically do anything to take anything away from you. But they do have that energy of, wishing and, being like a far away hater, wishing that things will go away for you, wishing that things will turn and, be bad for you. So I'm gonna turn it over so that you can see the five of pentacles. You can see this like beggar, this tag along, like whatever you think you have. Like, so this person here, they don't have any shoes on, both of these people, but this person here, they don't have any shoes on. So you may be looking at your situation where you're like, I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have this, I don't have that. But the things that you do have makes people around you have that certain jealous energy, because this person right here, they may think that they're doing bad, correct? So if you look at the person, they have no shoes on, you could say, okay, well, they do have a, bad circumstance or whatever. But this person, even behind them, that also has no shoes on, but has a broken leg as well. So they don't have shoes on, but they also have to use crutches. So it kind of symbolizes, this card is all about the five of pentacles. 3 words to describe it is poverty, hardship, and lack. So whatever you think that you're lacking, there's someone who is, lacking worse than you. And you may say, well, that doesn't diminish your pain or anything, so I'm not going to take that away from you. But the fact of the matter is that there's someone who's doing worse than you, and they're continuously spying and hoping for lack on your end because of the consistency that you are showing. The pentacles are all about the material world. So this security, whatever security that you have, security within yourself, or all of the material things that, give you a certain amount of stability, whatever it is, there is someone here that is, from your, you know, days of when you didn't have it. Maybe they're still pretending like they like you or like your situation So it is that energy of, someone maybe from the past who is still watching your glow up and they're mad about it. But the great thing here is that even looking at, a couple months before, you're solid within yourself and you have no problem with the Six of Pentacles as well. It's like you have no problem sharing what you're into, not actually sharing your resources, sharing your home, or sharing, money or things like that. But you're sharing the fact that you have stayed consistent, the fact that you have had consistent results and, manifestation showing up for you. And that's what this tag along hater hates about that. Like I said, I never give a lot of shine to haters. I always try to focus on you and your readings. But with a increase of positive things happening to you, there will be an increase of people who, not all the people, but there will be an increase of a subset of people who will be upset that you actually continued, that you actually fought harder than them, got multiple manifestations, and there will be those people. So I want to, prep you and ready you for that, so that you're not looking at yourself and saying, oh well, I should feel bad about this or bad about that, because of the fact that, someone out there is looking at me and wishing that they had my circumstance. However meager on the outside it looks, like I said, you're always doing better than somebody. And that somebody could be, somebody who is just as capable, or as someone who's not as capable. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the reading. I feel like that opening is, getting you into the topic of, the reading that we'll be having. But I will go ahead and see what's the current situation. For anyone who is watching this video currently, what is, that's the first card. What energy is surrounding this current situation? So let's see. Also, I want to thank you for watching today's video. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel to see more. So the first card we got coming out as the current energy is the Justice card. So the Justice card is a major, card in the deck. Is from the major energy, the major arcana. So the Judgment card, 3 words to really describe it is, vindication. Not 3 words, I'll give you 4. Vindication can come with justice, karma, fairness, and truth. So when you're looking at this energy of, karma, someone here is experiencing their actions coming back on them, or will experience their actions coming back on them. Just because someone does you dirty doesn't mean that you stoop to their level and, try to inflict that karma and, go off on them, or, feel the need to, get your truth out there and all of that, all of that, only thing that does is makes you tired. Only thing that does is lowers your vibration, lowers your frequency, lowers everything for you, because you felt the need to, try to stand up to them. So justice is one of the simplest cards to understand, especially at first glance, because you're looking at the judge, just sitting this female figure sitting there on the throne, and the scales are balanced. So this is the judge personified, and it's holding that symbol already. So unlike other justice figures, when you look at like the United States figure, the Lady Justice, she has on a blindfold. This window does not have on a blindfold. This Lady of Justice is alert and her eyes are, looking out. So, this amazing that the first card I gave the whole spiel about haters and, being very clear that this Lady Justice is really not blind. This Lady Justice knows exactly who is trying to harm you. They know that you are right in this situation, that you are vindicated, and that, you're not the one who is. You're not the one here who is not living in their truth. You're not the one here hating on anyone, so that the cycle that comes to you, the change that comes to you, will favor you. Because, like I said, there's a positive outcome here. It's in the upright. So this is a time where past errors or imbalances can be redressed. You benefit from a fair system. I was going to say a fair spiritual system, because the systems of the world, they may not be as fair, but recognizing that in spirit you will always come out on top. I mean, someone needs to hear that. There may be someone who, in the world has a certain position of authority to, make your life hell in a certain way, but spiritually you are always, able to circumvent that. No one is able to spiritually block anything for you, as long as, you are like the judge in your own life. So you are, benefiting from a fair spiritual system, and provided that you are accountable, honest, and deserving. Equally, you are, the judge and the jury of your own life. So using your perspective and integrity, like, to make the good decisions that will safeguard your future. And you may take a moral stand on an issue that affects you and those around you in legal matters. But once a decision is made and a ruling is like giving, which goes in your favor, justice will be done or restored. So I'm saying that in a spiritual way, this person may not actually make any moves in the physical about anything, but they can, choose to say that, hey, they can try to make your life uncomfortable in a way that you are like, okay, I don't even want to deal with this. So being sure that you will be spiritually vindicated and all of that can keep you in the energy of, understanding that justice will be done and order will be restored. On a spiritual level, justice shows the working out of karma, actions, or consequences. So someone taking one wrong action to you could create a whole spiral of karma reactions in their own life. So people better be very careful handling you because of the energy of spiritual consequences, not anything that you can do to them physically, because physically you may look and say, well, I can't sue them technically, there's not a claim here where I could, file against someone, but you do have the type of protection that spiritually you may never have to say another word to this person, and your dogs, so to speak, your spiritual dogs, okay, your dogs will be out on the hunt for this person, because it's like, of all people to bother, of all the things to bother this person over, this is what you decide to do. No, this will not stand. So that's the energy that I'm getting here of, something will not stand. Someone taking your name in vain or trying to harm you, anything of that nature, it will not stand. It will not be justified because it's not right. And like I said, it's a spiritual lashing. So let's go ahead and see a clarifier, like what is influencing this current energy the most? What is coming up? Coming out, I feel like these are like the twins, even though it's an emperor and empress. But even just coming out now, the emperor is talking about, your own structure, your own authority, your own ability to control yourself. So, with this situation, there may not be an energy of, being able to come to them, and maybe the structure of, a physical system is on their side. They have control or authority in a physical way, but realizing that you are spiritually in the upright here and this person is not, this energy is in your favor spiritually, and the spiritual conducts and controls the physical. So going into yourself now and realizing that, hey, I can't control what I can't control. What I can control is something more powerful than this physical system. So if there's a physical system that another person is wielding and using it against you, and that is their sword, you are in a place of moral high ground spiritually. So using that energy and understanding, okay, the emperor, when it comes up, is like that archetype, that father archetype. So it's really just a symbol of male power and virility. So this could be like a male figure, like a boss, or it could just be, someone who has some sort of authority from a male favored system, something of that nature. But no matter what, in a reading, this can, like I said, denote a traditional male, and aspects of that, sort of ambition, or people who are male operated, even if it is technically an empress and not an emperor. This empress is like someone who is more male identified and operated, and you're the type of person who is, more, whenever you are in your authority and your control, you're not trying to wield that power over someone else. You're trying to, let your authority and your control be over the most important thing that people have to control in this lifetime, and that's themselves. But that's that's a lot of people's, like a lot of haters, especially lies go to. Instead of looking to themselves and seeing what they can change or whatever, they're looking to the next person. So since that's not your energy, people do hate that sort of ambition. So the meaning is like a general influence or symbol of the self, and the self bringing balance, security, and values, like whatever you value. So the mastery, this emperor reveals like the mastery of life and control over territory, and predicts problems that can be overcome with like careful planning and being single-minded. So this shows a return to order. So whatever injustice that kind of threw you off, you're returning to your order and your control of yourself, and you're not letting it knock you off your square. It's kind of like playing chess. Someone, making one move can, take one of your players off the board. But if you don't, go back to a place of balance and clear thinking about, what you can do to win this game, you will be knocked off of your square. And that's not what you want at all. So, return to order. And so, as this is arriving in your reading, it's definitely a welcome sign of improvement in your circumstances. So, you may be offered protection from someone that you thought you could trust, and realizing that you can also trust yourself to make the right decisions as well. So, it's time to live in the here and now and use what practical resources you possess. All of that is the type of energy that you're on now. So how can you best understand or navigate this energy? Because you do have to live in the physical world. That's what, the earth energy is all about. The material world. So let's see. Okay, it fell down. Let me grab it. The Sun card. All major arcana. So I'm saying here that this is nothing that you wash away, because it is a major event that's happening in your life now. It is a major event. So it's not something, like I said, it's a physical thing that's happening in the physical world. What you have to do is now understand like the benefit that you get from being in a place abundance of joy. That's what this Sun card is all about: joy, vitality, and success. Let your success be the reason why this hating ass individual is like sick to their stomachs. Like I said, as long as you stay morally, not lowering yourself to their place, you stay in the upright. And if you are, since you are in the upright energy, you don't have anything to worry about. That's the energy, like, that you have to stay within so that you can continue to come out on top. The sun brings success and achievement, and is one of the most positive cards in this whole deck, you know. So if you're having a challenging time, like I said, it's not easy to be accused of anything in this physical world where there are physical consequences. Someone threatening your stability, threatening your material world, and just threatening, like, whatever, or hating and trying to restrict you. That is something that has, like I said, material consequences. And these material consequences are, you know, it's your own thing that you have to deal with. So someone may be impeding your process, standing in your way in some kind of way. But the sun card is letting you know that there, after the rain, when the sun comes out, there is going to be, new flowers, new things to be, very happy over, and things of that nature. So when it says, like, if you're having a challenging time, the sun is showing that every aspect of your life will improve. All of it. You'll see more energy. And if, someone close to you also has suffered from this as well, this injustice, maybe it's like a health thing. This card is also like predicting recovery and a return to good health. So this could be just a mental thing, like someone, messing with you, and mentally it's messing with your health, which also messes with your physical health as well. So you are going to be so revitalized, and like I said, this is the card of being, a return to growth, that energy of, growth and abundance, and all of your projects are benefiting. So the sun is heralding a good time to nurture your creative endeavors, your business, and the relationships that you value. So this card is related to good news in general, and that is the energy that you're, feeling more comfortable in. The sun is bringing back that security. So whereas, the haters try to take that away in any way that they can, or just talk about it to like bring it down, realizing that you're on your own journey. So let's take a look into this current opportunity, or this opportunity that is ahead and is coming your way, and seeing what is the opportunity that I don't want to say that they can stop, because there's nothing that can stop you, quite frankly. So let's see though what opportunity is ahead for you. So the opportunity card came out as the King of Wands. The King of Wands. The Wands is about passion, creativity, and energy. So being in that energy, the King of Wands specifically is about leadership, authority, and power. Again, power comes up. So these fake positions of power that people put themselves in, trying to like, oh well, I'm the this and I'm the that of of any of these like silly things, the things that they may bring up to try to dampen your creativity or to dampen, you know, the energy that you're, coming from, that is not going to work. Like I said, the energy of the King of Wands opportunity is leadership. So power, that is what's being restored to you. That's the opportunity that is coming in, because of the power that you are, exerting, the intrinsic power that you have. You're not allowing this world or these people to sway you. Like the King of Wands is in the upright, and as a person is like a man of the world, and it's like someone who has traveled, experienced in a lot of things. So you may feel talkative or energetic, but around like haters, you kind of sit back and hold your wisdom and keep upholding your high standards that you apply to yourself. So because you have like strong integrity and a high moral code and values, you're open and you're very self-aware, and you don't judge people about their backgrounds or their beliefs, but you listen and you learn about people, because it's more of a free, the King of Wands is more of a free spirit. So that is the energy that you have and that you hold. Other people, though, if they're not in that energy, if they are, if they are not in that energy, just whatever energy that they're in is lower or, less authoritative, they may have a position of power at work or something of that nature, or, wherever, but they don't actually have power in their lives. So they kind of feel the need to take that out on you as a person who, like I said, has high authority over yourself, has a lot of control over yourself. If people are not able to, be consistent, and they see that you are able to be consistent, even if they have, like, maybe they make more money than you, for a position, but they still outside their personal lives are, not as well together as yours, because you have a level of integrity that people actually want to be around and actually want to listen to you, because the this card also denotes influence as well. So when this comes up, since this came up especially in your opportunity ahead, this is, like I said, I'm talking about a lot of influence. That's a big word. So this is definitely the right time to express your ideas and be the individual that you are. Summon your entrepreneurial spirit, and make a plan for whatever that, like, you actually want. Like, if they are hating at this, just imagine if they're hating at this level, that you perceive to not even be as high. Imagine what big ass haters they're going to be when you get to like level 5. You're on level 1 right now, and people are hating because they see where you're about to go, and you're not even there yet. So this is definitely an energy. I wanted to make this video because it's an energy that you'll have to get used to. With more success, you would think it become, just a lot of more people who love you and, want to wish you well. But unfortunately, a lot of people wish you well until you start doing better than them. So, they'll wish you all of the good things, all of that, until you start to do better than them. So keep people out of your business. Like I said, you're a person of influence. So make a plan, and your purpose will be well received from the people who, need to be supportive and need to be there. It's the practical support that you need, and that will be there. The spiritual support that you need, that will be there. But you have to be the initiator of all of this. So what you do now reflects your truth. And, don't let any perfectionism get in the way of your creativity right now. Like I said, the Wands is all about passion. And what you do is more than good enough. Anything that you do is, like I said, is hitting that consistency. That consistently hitting a nail on the head every day is going to, actually move it and push it into the piece of wood. But if you are, not hitting the nail and just like looking at it and, wishing that it'll be in a different position, you have to hit it first. And like I said, a lot of people miss the mark. So they will hate the fact that you no matter what it is, being consistent, they will hate to see that. And I am personally glad. Like, keep stunning, keep shining, because who people who hate the hardest watch the most. So keep going, keep getting on their heads. So as far as this opportunity, let's get a clarifier and see, what do you need to know about this opportunity? And the second one will be, how can you fully embrace this opportunity that's coming? So what do you need to know, and what can you do to embrace it? Girl, these cars keep falling on the ground. Okay, I have retrieved the cards that fell on the ground. Okay, so what do you need to know? Strength, and also the Ten of Cups coming out. Wow, they came out both at the same time. So it's 8, it's 10. So 8, 9, 10. It's definitely a 9 year, so popping out and showing. But in the energy of, the Strength card, the Strength card is all about, that resilience that you're showing in order to reach the levels that you wish to reach. It takes a lot of courage, a lot of inner power and patience. Like I said, someone may feel like they have the up on you because they have a position of power, but these man-made titles of power mean absolutely fucking nothing. I promise you, it means nothing. Having inner strength, having all of that is actually the only thing that matters. So someone could be the most whatever powerful CEO they think they are, and they think because, oh well, I'm a CEO at this company and you're an employee at that company, that gives them real power outside in the world. That may give you power at your job, but in the world that means nothing. So it actually means nothing. Like, no matter how much money that you're bringing home, if you don't have inner courage, inner strength, if you're not intrinsically happy with yourself, and you're, pissed off all the time about simpler things, understand that this energy is not one to be trifled with. Your energy is not one to be trifled with. So a woman is standing, calmly over this lion, and is holding its jaws open, like basically, or petting it, which that shows, like I said, a certain courage. A lot of people will see a lion and go running, but you look at certain situations and, lions, whatever, you look at those things as something to, you run towards fire because you have that inner courage. So the upright meaning of this card is that you turn to your higher self for self-guidance, and you demonstrate strengths of character when dealing with any pressure. When people come to you, haters specifically, keeping on the theme of haters, when they're trying to shake you, they're trying to put you under pressure so that you will fold. But your courage and your patience are what's needed right now, and it is time to, for this situation or whatever individual that you're getting into, it's time to have it under control within yourself. And you will also, because like I said, any pressure that's coming from anybody else, you will have to act with grace and sensitivity rather than using brute force. So there may be something where you're like, well, I am justified, so if I wowed out, then the actions that I have will be justified. But that is not going to get you where you want to go, which the Justice card came out. That's also not going to get you to this happy ending as well. Going back and forth with a hater, that's what they want you to do. They want to siphon your energy and try to bring you down to their level. Try to, knock your courage, knock your strength, your inner power, try to sway you and make you question yourself. You're at the point where you're like, I don't want any funny shit around me. So whenever I peep a vibe like that, I'm out and I'm back to my own happy ending, my own happy beginning. I'm not letting anyone, anywhere, shake me. Nothing at all. That's your energy. That's your strength. And, that's the power that you hold. So, being in this energy of, getting yourself under control and acting with sensitivity, even though you feel like you're not in the wrong, which you're not, but this is a good card telling you that a leader is very graceful, and that's what you are. The King of Wands came out, so you have to, be consistent in your actions, because you realize that when you take on these like challenge of being a leader, other people may resist you, but being confident and consistent in your actions will always make these Ten of Cups type of reactions like come up. So this concept may take a physical form, like in any creative projects. Strength shows you taking a raw idea and developing it. So this is a raw mental thing, like you may just have an opportunity and you told someone about it prematurely and they kind of hated on it. What you need now is the strength to persevere. If you had the opportunity, if you have the thought, it's for a reason. So you have to be the one who is like, I'm going to stay consistent with this because no one else has my vision. And, being very certain of that. So, like I said, this concept may take physical form as a document or artwork or a prototype, or it could be, on a psychological level. It just, the strength is showing that integration of masculine and feminine traits and the balance between the two. So it's just about recovering. Like I said, when people try to throw you off of your square, recover so fast that they have that energy of, not understanding like, oh, well, I thought I could, knock them off, but they got it back. So when we're looking at the Ten of Cups, what you see is like one of the most positive cards. I said that about the Sun card too, but that's just what it is. It's just the truth. These are very cards. They have like the rainbow, the sun, good nature vibes is, always indicative of the positivity of the card. So the focus here is on like the ideal of perfection, your idea, not anybody else's. So whatever your perfect life looks like here, envision it. If it's more city and not a countryside, envision that. If it's you by yourself or with a partner, envision that. If it's you with kids or no kids, envision that. Whatever your happy ending looks like. So whatever your perfect happiness looks like, whatever your perfect fulfillment looks like, not anyone else's. So it reveals the benefit of the security and the love that you favor. And the card predicts great happiness for, if you're wanting to be a couple or a family or just like a close friendship group. It could just tell you of, exiting out of the people who don't see it for you, and being more close and being in more peaceful relationships and not competition with the people that you actually see it for. So the togetherness will be your strength, and in fact anything that you do will go well, from sporting events, committees, choirs, group trips, collaborative projects, like whatever it is. This is what's telling you, you're getting that positive wave. So let's go ahead and see your third card, which is the actions. What actions do you take? Girl, every card has fell on the ground. But the card that fell is the Ace of Wands. The Wands again, we talked about Wands earlier, I believe. Yes, with the King here, but it's all about, passion, creativity, and energy. The Ace of Wands is about new ideas, inspiration, and passion. So, asking yourself, what is it that you're passionate about, and acting on those actions or on those ideas. There's nothing, like I said that earlier, there's nothing that really makes a hater mad more than your consistency. The fact that it's still the beginning of the year, and a lot of people who had New is, auspicious for, every aspect of your life. And, you know, just like the sun, the ace predicts new beginnings and an enterprise. So this is like not a small thing that you're doing. So you may have a daily job where you have a low stress and lower position, and it makes you good money, but it's not something that you're like, oh well, um you're not title heavy, like, oh, I'm a CEO at whatever corporation. That's not everybody's calling. You want to be the CEO of your own corporation or anything. So whatever you're doing outside of your real aspirations, your life aspirations, something that's just paying the bills, that energy is necessary in order to get you to a higher place in life. But you are not so hell bent on, um, you're not so hell bent on impressing anybody. That's what I feel. You're not hell bent on impressing people and, having them realize that you are this person of high authority, and how dare you speak to me like that? I'll work here. That's not the way that you get your strength, your inner power, your courage. The strength card is very important. That's why I brought it back up. That's not the way that you obtain all of the things that you have. That's not why people want to follow you, because you're a great leader, or want to listen to your ideas, or want to give you money or anything. The reason why people do that for you is because they can sense that there is something that you don't have to be fake about. You don't have to, hide behind degrees. You don't have to hide behind a job position and fake authority over people. You get your actual authority from spiritual reasons, spiritual ways. That's the energy. Very much so. So there's something, like I said, that type of power, that intrinsic power does make people mad, but the Ace of Pentacles is telling you new beginnings, new inventions, and enterprises are coming to you. So it's related to work issues and work projects, but it does have, like I said, a more creative energy. So there may be something that you're doing for funds and something that you're doing for actual fun. So and you're trying to find the way in the fun area to make it something profitable. And while you're doing that, you need like a day job, you need whatever the case may be, which is fine, but don't let what you're doing out of a necessity ruin your energy, so that the fun thing takes like a backseat, or you fall out of love with it, or you fall out of love with life. Be so sturdy in yourself and your ideas and whatever you're picturing for yourself. These cards really go close together as well, just because the Ten of Cups is that energy of, what ideal life are you picturing? Your ideal happiness. So as you conceive ideas, this card works at a literal level. This one, it works at a literal level, maybe for, starting a family, just because of the virality of the wand that's there. But otherwise, it can, bring a focus on whatever in your life, whatever life area that you want. So there's just one wand out right now, but oh no, it's actually two. I keep saying one, but there's two wands out telling you that, this is something that has to do with your passion for life. Not just the passion at work, but, people trying to block things so that you have like a lower quality of life like they do. So being very intentional. Let's get some clarifiers for your action steps. This came out in the reverse. This is the 10 of Wands. So now we have 3 Wands energy. Definitely energy of authority. And the 10 of Wands is in the reverse, so I will tell you the reverse meaning, but the 10 of Wands itself is about burden, responsibility, and overwhelm. So maybe someone trying to overwhelm you or trying to burden you so that you have less time for your creative projects, and has to, focus more on whatever they're trying to dictate to you. is, is still similar to the upright meaning. So meaning that, this is a sign of ongoing stress where every task is framed as a problem. So this person, this hater, maybe trying to just start problems for you, start little fires and hope that you are so overburdened that you don't get things that you need to get done. So, asking yourself, the message here is to try to lighten up a little and take some of the pressure off of yourself and realizing that you don't need to be perfect, you just need to be strong for yourself. So let's get another clarifier. The World card. It's like a breath of fresh air. It's like knowing that your happy ending is definitely going to happen for you. The World card is about completion, fulfillment, and integration. So whatever you're learning, whatever you're doing that's putting you ahead of the game, continue to do that, because that's what's going to get you your fulfillment, your completion, your continuous integrating of the things that you're learning is what's putting you ahead of people. Some people want your results, but they're not willing to put in the effort that you are putting in. So this card talks about triumph and completion and a reward for all of your efforts. And for this reason, the world is like a very welcomed card because of the, like I said, the reward for all of your consistency, your efforts. You're staying in your strength. You're staying in a position of authority over yourself. You're controlling yourself. This a phase is coming to an end, but in a positive way, and you will be acknowledged publicly, or just on a scale that's larger for what you do and the goodness that you bring. So now is the time to enjoy whatever fame you will have and the confidence that it takes to be in the center stage, understanding and realizing that people are, have some acclaim and some fame. They do experience adversity. So the higher you go up, I've said this 3 times now, and I want to keep saying it so that the higher that you go up, people will try to see that. The more eyes get on you, all of those eyes won't be positive. So you're probably like blocking out the evil eye at this time, and not letting anything stop you in that regard. So I'm definitely, into that energy as well. I'm into that energy of, letting your success be the factor and be what a hater is looking at and singing and, feeling a way about if they're hating now. Like I said, continue to give them reasons to hate. The bottom of the deck, we have the Chariot. And the Chariot is, about swift movement, swift progress, swift rewards for your swift actions. That is what you can expect to experience. And this spread always, even with the hater factor, this spread looks positive to me. A lot of success. So, Monology. The bottom card is don't let your past hold you back. Past people, past situations. Maybe you went through something that wasn't so positive, and now people who knew that situation, they're looking at your glow up and they're like, wait, how did this person who experienced this thing that I perceived to be lower than me, and I have never had to experience it, how is it that you still are happy? How is it that you still have found contentment? How is it that you still found a reason to smile and continue on and to not be stopped? How is that? People really can't fathom it. Don't let that befuddlement of them become your problem. It's not your problem that they can't bounce. It's not your problem that they can't bounce back from whatever jealousies within them because they look at you and they have that energy of they wish it was them. They wish they had that strength, but they don't. And that's something that they're jealous about, but it's not your problem. So let's get some Moonology cards to wrap up this reading. Just wanted to shuffle. Make sure we got something, very mixed up for you. I'm gonna shuffle again. So the card that jumped out is nothing is yet set in stone. I like that energy, the mutable moon, the mutable energy is like, I think that's what gives you strength as well, knowing that whatever place that you're in your life at this point is not where you're going to stay. You're always going to be moving steadily towards this perfect ideal within yourself. So no matter what someone tried to say to like keep you in the wrong 10 energy, the well, this is the end for you, and whatever negativity they try to throw to keep you in the burdensome side of the 10 of wands, no matter what, you're not scared like a lot of people. So you're always trying to say, okay, how can I get to the 10 of cups side and let the 10 of wands be for somebody else. It can be for anybody else, but it's not for you. And once you realize that within yourself, that's the other decision that you have to make of holding your vision for the future. These cards coming out is letting you know, you have a bright vision for the future. And just because other people are not idealist or they're nihilist or they have a certain view of the world, that's their view. You can still decide that, hey, I'm moving towards this chariot. I am, reaping the benefits of my reward, and the judgment that comes out is on them. It's on them. So we have that Justice card here. Let's go ahead and get another Moonology. Your hard work is paying off. Your hard work is paying off, coming out right under that King of Wands energy, letting you know that with all of the risks that you've taken, with all of the actions that you've consistently taken, you can expect, a high reward for yourself. So be thinking consistently when you're taking actions. It may be hard to take the action. Sometimes you may, want to fall off. Your consistency may want to wane. Like I said, the 1st of January just happened, and everybody has these New Year's Eve, New Year Eve resolutions. But slowly throughout the month of January, it's been studies done on this that people start to drop off even in the month of January. So mind you, we're in February now, so a lot of people have stopped heading toward what they said they wanted because they're in a different energy. But right now, the energy that you're relishing in is, no matter what, you are looking for, the type of energy that you're saying, okay, I'm being consistent with my actions. So the rewards that you get from that is going to be greater. And something that keeps you on this journey is maybe you're consistently thinking about what you will have. Maybe you made a vision board, like a physical one, or one that you look at every day and say, this is what I'm working towards. So I will never fold on myself because I know where I'm headed. So let's get another. Alright. Expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. So I think it's pretty good that it said, nothing yet is set in stone. Mutable moon. Then it said, your hard work is paying off. No moon in Capricorn. I talked about that Capricorn energy of, that being the beginning of the year for a lot of people, but still, Even in the same energy of the Capricorn, they'll let their expectations or things, fall off in the same month of January where they were just so hyped up about starting something new and they stopped. So expect powerful changes for all the things that you do, for all the changes that you make, the swift changes, the swift actions that you take. This card is all about your actions. So having those new ideas, Ace of Wands, and then acting on it with swiftness, the Chariot, and you puts you into a new world where you can expect and see powerful changes all around you, where you don't have to be beholden to people who are power tripping or very small mentally, and they feel like they have to track you down back to where they are. That's not you. So continue to have faith in your dreams. Have confidence that you will reach exactly where you need to be, because that is your key to success. And also, with everything that you can do physically, do that, but also recognizing that spiritually the divine is here for you, and you can surrender to that divine to say, you know what, justice is not blind. Whoever it is thinking that they could use me or abuse me, and that, like I said in the beginning of the reading, if you didn't hear that part, your spiritual dogs will take care of a lot of people. Justice is actually not blind. Justice saw that shit that they pulled, and they will swiftly be, taken care of. So there's nothing for you to physically do in this world except, focus on your new ideas, your passion. One's energy is about your passion. Not to let this person take over your energy and your thinking power, because your thinking and your thoughts and your actions, it all wraps into one. So if they can sway you mentally, they're thinking as well that they can sway you physically. But just knowing that there's nothing, absolutely nothing, that will stop you from reaching the world card that you desire. There's nothing but you stopping you. So don't let people try to make you your own adversary, because that's the only person that you should focus on, is you versus you. And anybody else who thinks they're in competition with you has like a rude awakening. They can't touch you. None of these physical things, like I said, spiritual is way bigger than physical. So the only thing that they can do is 10% physical. They can try to attack you on the physical, but your spiritual adeptness, your spiritual heavyweight, being in that position spiritually, puts you above them in the physical, where they can't touch you. Continue to let that be the light that you live on. Continue to, minimize your actions with these people, because they're not important. What's important is whatever you do spiritually, meditating, contemplating, being inspired, being passionate, letting that creative energy flow through you and using it. No one can touch that. No one can stop that. That's your own God-given power, and that's the one that, like I said, is what gets you out of tough situations like these. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Like the video. Thank you so much for liking the video. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. I hope you enjoyed, our sacred moment of calm. Thank you for trusting me with this energy. And I definitely appreciate it as we close out this moment together in our cozy corner of the internet. I want you to remember this. You are exactly where you need to be. You are worthy, you are loved, and you are ready for all of the beautiful things waiting for you. So until next time, Divine Dreamer, rest well, and may your dreams, both sleeping and waking,